term. Corio and Thomson both unbeaten in 3 rounds of the GDFL, and it'll be Justin Tate and Justin to go up, and JJ goes up without anybody in the end. Ricky Bigham comes off half back. Short little kick to Matthew Cullen on centre wing. Play on the call. He gets around Thorley and goes to the left boot towards centre half forward. Getting back there, Gundry. Stein there also has been in pretty good form. Harris backs himself, takes it away. Handball over the top, so okay to Sabali Armstrong. Off half back, chips it over the top to Shane Stone, and he takes the first effective mark. Holds play up now, goes to the right boot towards half forward. Nick Maharis getting up there. Oh, good mark. Handballs it off quickly as well. Gives it to brother Troy. He goes short to Tim Gardner on 50. Runs in now. Matthew Cullen against him. Tries to get around him. Handball over the top of Dabrowski to JJ. The big ruckman goes to the left foot towards the goal square. 2 on 1. Oh, knocked it away from each other. The Corio boys. Stevie Daniels. Good little kick around the corner, and he's kicked the first. And a good start for Thomson. Steve Daniels, his first goal, and Thomson's first. And we have got Thomson 1 straight goal, 6 points, and they lead Corio yet to score.
Perhaps a little lack of talk down there with the two backmen Corio. They just lost it a bit there, didn't they, Laurie?
Yeah, well, I think it came in pretty quick, Peter,
yeah.
And you know, it's the first. You don't like that in the first minute of the two, when it gets there, you're not quite settled. And no, that was a good use of the footy by the Thomson side as well to share it around. The coach has got 1 kick already, Stone, so he'd be pretty pleased with that. So
a lot of players getting possession in the first 2 minutes for Thomson.
But Tim Gardner touched it too, of course.
Justin Tate gets it down through the middle. O'Connor kick over his shoulder towards half forward. Foot race now between McLeod and also Eldridge. Getting back there, McLeod. Ricky O'Toole gets back there in support as well. Kicks it off the ground. Got a bit of time. McLeod comes at him. He went left, went right. Now he's got a bit of time. Goes back towards centre half back. Chips it over the top. It's okay. And they play on quickly. Give it away. That might be Lindsay running through the middle. Goes wide. Looking for Clifford. Takes the mark at half forward. He plays on now. Clifford runs around, goes on the right boot, directs it towards centre half forward, coming out, taking a good mark. Was it Bolchevek, is it?
I think it is.
And he's taken the mark over his head against John Mitchell Jr. and will line up for goal from 35 metres out, straight in front.
Just the difference again down that in the back line. Ricky O'Toole, just the experience, wasn't it? Just took his time, set it all up.
Now, we've seen John Bolchevik do this before, Jason. He's got the happy knack of filling that hole there, and they'll have to watch him very closely.
So Bolchevik comes in, and it's the quick reply for Corio. And John Bolchevik's first. And they level things up, 1 straight goal apiece. Thomson and Corio have been playing 3 minutes in the first term on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
But how was the delivery from Lee Clifford? Beautiful kick right into the corridor, and that's exactly how he plays his football. And you'll see a bit of him today, I think, Peter. He takes a nice grab too when the opportunity comes. So if this is going to be like this, we're going to be in for an enthralling contest.
Corio have a bit of an advantage with the breeze, do you think? Bit
probably
to the northern end?
Yeah, probably just a little bit.
Yeah.
So back in the middle, Tate and Justin. JJ goes up early. Tate can't get it down either. Now JJ plucks it out, gives it back to Dan O'Connor. Quick kick off 1 step towards half forward. McLeod runs back with a fly to the ball. Does well in the end to get a hand to it. Coming out Oakley. Runs at the ball. Can't pick it up. Over the back. There was some Thomson players in support. Nick Maharis shuffles the handball out quickly. Daniels runs onto it. He can't pick it up either at the first attempt, but keeps it in front of him. O'Connor slung off the ball. Lazarick coming through at pace. Now Clinton Eldridge off the half-back flank going wide, looking for Cullen. Harris has to make up some ground. Good mark, Cullen. Plays on now. Little left foot kick to Clifford over his head, coming through Aitchison, but doesn't sit for him. And Clifford runs away at half forward. Now back into the middle again. Going towards Mark O'Toole, who comes out. Had it, lost it, comes in. Oh, good. He did well to stand over the top of the football. And he gets the free kick at centre half forward. So Mark O'Toole, who we said kicked 8 goals last week. A set shot from 50 straight in front.
A little bit of wind assistance, so I think he will
backs
get the
himself.
distance.
Yeah,
he'll get the distance. He's usually a pretty good kick, Mark.
So he's just taking his time. He was in and then he stopped. He's gone back. We see Ricky Lazarick coming off too. Doesn't look good. The hands of the trainers. O'Toole comes in, kicks into the man on the mark, so it's off hands and it falls to Shane Stone. Gets it wide, gives it to Armstrong. Off the left foot goes to centre wing. Great lead. Troy Maharis takes the mark. Plays on in front of Dabrowski, goes towards brother Nick, who takes the mark also, a diving mark. In front of Danny Ruck, plays on quickly, over the top, and Tim Gardner breaks away from 40, has missed it, just to the near side, and 1 behind. So the first minor score, and it goes to Tim Gardner Thomson at 1-1-7, and they lead Corio 1 straight goal. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 5 minutes. King kicks it in. Good kick for distance too. Numbers were with Thomson at the front of the pack, though. Falls to the back. Lindsay comes through. Coming off, Tate got one high. No free kick, said the umpire. Atchison said, thank you. He holds him up, and it will be a ball up in the centre of the ground. Was that a bit high?
Oh, yeah. she paid that.
So, no free kick paid. It's going to be a ball up in the centre of the ground. Justin, Tate comes from behind, gets it down to O'Connor's at the side of the pack. Foot race with him and Lindsay. Handballs it back to Thorley. Handball back towards O'Connor. Has to sit and wait for it. Got a bit of time. Sets something up with the right boot towards half forward. Nick Maharis intelligently tried to tap it onto Gardner. Didn't quite get there. Now Nick's there again. Gives it away to Gardner this time. Gets around O'Toole. Gets around Ruck. Little right foot kick. Wormburner towards Peacock. Can't take it with him. Matty King just strolls past him. Handball towards the safety of the boundary line. That's what he wants. He finds it. And has a boundary throw in about 40 metres around from the Thomson goal at the southern end of the ground.
We talk about the O'Toole cousins and whatever. The Harris boys are going to be keep an eye on them today.
Boundary throw in. Ricky Bigham brings it to the front. McNamara's there. Eldridge gets a clearing kick, but only as far as Stevie Daniels, who goes up and takes the 2 grabber. Now he plays on, nobody on the mark. Charles bears down on him, but he gets a little left foot kick over the top. Off hands, goes towards Oakley. Now at the back, McNamara. Goes towards the middle of the ground. Thorley makes up a bit of ground, gets to the front. Stones there as well. Handball back to Armstrong's okay. Still in the centre of the ground. Switches play to the opposite half forward flank. Tate goes up. Can't take the mark. Off hands. O'Connor's there. JJ's through the middle as well. Gets it away to Harris under pressure. Short little kick towards Gardner. He loses it. Ricky Bigham at half back. Kicks it over the top to Charles. Coming at him. Atchison. Great pick up on the half volley by the rubber man. Goes towards centre half forward. Peacock comes out. King in front. No mark taken. Play on the call. Coming off hands. Goes towards McLeod. His handball. Can't get a target. Coming through Maharis. Gets a good shepherd was Dabrowski. Got it from Ruck. And now Dabrowski settles play and gives it to Ricky O'Toole. Goes from half back towards centre wing. Clifford up against Atchison over their heads. And out of bounds right in front of our commentary box. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
Plenty of numbers, Corio, on the back line, haven't they?
Matthew King's a good player, Peter. He always puts his body in and works very hard there. He'll have to do it today, though. He's up against some good quality down there.
Boundary throw in. Tate, O'Toole, Cornwall. Handball was taken away by JJ. Now goes towards Stone. On hands and knees. Tries to get it towards Tim Gardner. He breaks free. Handball outboard to Harris. Short little right foot kick. The lead's on from Peacock. And Peacock has taken the mark in the right forward pocket. So Peacock drives it towards the square. Nick Maharis is there. Handball back towards him. Has he kicked it off the ground? I think he has. And Nick Maharis has kicked his first. And that is the second for Thomson. They go to 2-1-13. They lead Corio 1 straight goal. And we have been playing 8.5 minutes. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, some danger signs there for Corio already. When the Thomson boys get into the goal square, they're not fighting to pounce on it and crumb around the goal square, and that's a good attribute to have, and you know, that's a very handy goal, and they're going to have to be guarded there, and the pressure's going to be on probably for the rest of the day, I think. That's good, whatever that was.
So waiting for the ball to come back from the southern end. Nick Maharis kicks his first, and the second for Thomson. 2-1-13. They lead Corio 1 straight goal. A goal kicked by John Bolchevic.
Ooh.
So back in play. And Corio try and break free. Harris has got it though, gives it to Gardner. Gardner runs with the right foot long towards full forward. Oakley over the top. To the front of the pack. Ruck comes out. O'Connor meets him. Harris in support. Gives it to Gardner again. Runs back towards the pack. Handball to Daniels. Off a step. Little left foot kick. Doesn't go very far. Now JJ over the top. Does well. Puts his body on the line. Ricky O'Toole runs through. Handball out okay to Matthew Cullen. Goes towards centre wing. Tate goes up and he takes the mark. Justin Tate on centre wing for Corio. He's got Clifford on a lead. He goes in that direction now. And also Mark O'Toole uses the body over his head. Comes back towards Clifford. Handball was going to come towards O'Toole. Then he gets wrapped up. Holding the ball, said the umpire. So did Laurie to Goldie. And Thomson will take the free kick in the left back pocket. And it's going to be shuffled out by Bradley to Andrew Atchison. Goes with a right foot kick that just gets inside the boundary line. And it will be out of bounds before Mark Harris or Troy Maharis can take the mark, and it will be a boundary throw in. Been playing 11 minutes. Boundary throw in. Justin gets it down to the front. Troy Maharis puts a good tackle on Cornwall. No, says the umpire, it's too high. And at half forward, Nevada Cornwall will take the free kick for the Devils. He's thinking about the handball to Ricky O'Toole. He holds it up though. Mark O'Toole gives him half a lead. He goes towards the left half forward flank. Great lead, Lee Clifford, and Nevada Cornwall's done well to hit him on the chest and taken the mark. So Clifford now goes to the right boot from 45 metres out. It's a great kick. Oh, it's just hit the top of the goal post for one behind. So they move to 1-1-7. Now Corio, they trail Thomson 2-1-13. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 12.5 minutes in the first term. Burke from fullback for Thomson. Sizing up his options. He goes short to Troy Maharis. Danger too, because Corio had the Burke though, followed up from fullback and did well, broke a couple of tackles, then he breaks free and gives it to Stone. He goes wider, or is it over the head of Andrew Atchison?
No.
Has he got it? Just got it. Just inside the boundary line. He takes the mark at half back. Chips it over the top towards O'Connor, who takes the mark. Well, too high, said the umpire. And Dan O'Connor tried to be good and go past Ricky Bigham on centre wing. Now he's got it. Nick Maharis gives him a lead. He goes in that direction. It goes up. Oh, great mark, Nick Maharis. Right in front of our commentary box at centre wing. Now he needs something further afield. He goes towards the middle to Peacock. He called Rocket. Goes up. He can't take the mark. Off hands. Bigham's there. Shrugged a couple of tackles and handballed over the top towards Barry O'Toole. Bit of time on the left boot. Wobbly kick though, and Atchison chops it off again at half back. Wants to switch play. Goes back towards the centre of the ground. Thorley stands his ground, then comes through the middle. Goes to the right boot towards centre half forward. Gardner goes up. Takes a good overhead mark. And plays on, gets around Bigham, sells the dummy and gives it to Harris, gives it to O'Connor, gives it back to Gardner under pressure, and they've coughed it up at half forward. JJ's there, kick off the ground, back towards the middle of the ground for Corio. Bolchevic, gave it to Gundry, had a bit of time though to set something up. Lindsay, great kick, out wide, and they run free now, Corio through the middle and through half forward. They go short now, a chip over the top to Clifford was great, and Clifford has taken the mark.
Barry O'Toole's on the post.
He's taking a mark 25-30 metres out on an angle. Lee Clifford, a chance to tie the ball game up, and they move the ball well from half back through half forward to Lee Clifford in the right forward pocket. He comes in now and he's kicked the goal. He's pretty happy with it, and he has put his first goal on the board and the second for Corio. They go to 2-1-13. They tie things up with Thomson. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 14.5 minutes in the first term.
I think you're right, Laurie and Jason. We're going to have a very good game on their hands. Both sides look dangerous at times, don't they? And there won't be much in this, I don't think, at the end of the day.
Well, there's a guy out there, and I think he's wearing number 18 jumper, but that's Manning, isn't it?
Yes, I think it is actually. You might be right.
It is Manning.
Yep.
He's the guy that I took my eye at the Bell Post Hill the other week there. He's very, very busy. O'Connor's busy for Thomson. It's a great game, isn't it?
Back in the middle, Justin goes up against Gundry. Through the middle, Cornwall. Can't take it with him. Cullen's there in support as well. Bottled up. Armstrong tries to keep him in there. He does. The umpire will come in. Secondary bounce in the middle of show reserve. So umpire Dower throws the ball in the air, getting it down. Gundry to Cornwall off a standing start. Kick smothered. Gundry did well to get free. Goes towards Barry O'Toole. Knocked away from him by Burke. Shuffled out towards Harris. Kick off the ground by Barry O'Toole again. Leads in the race for the ball with O'Connor. Coming across Stein as well. Tried to play it in front. O'Connor just wants to see the safety of the boundary line. He finds it. And a boundary throw in at half forward for the Devils. So boundary throw in. Justin in front. Tate from behind. Tate gets it down towards Stone. Left it behind. Ricky O'Toole didn't. Goes to the right foot kick. Great kick to Mark O'Toole. How would you like to be on the end of that, Laurie?
Yeah, lace up. Beautiful.
And Mark O'Toole has taken on a lead 40 metres out directly in front.
I mean, we sing Ricky's praises a lot, but there could be a lot taken out of his game from a lot of the youngsters. He doesn't waste a kick, and that's beautiful, beautiful football. He's just got to finish it off now, Mark.
So Mark O'Toole from directly in front, 40 metres out. He comes in, and that's a better kick. And he's put it through for his first goal. And the third for Corio. They go to 3-1-19. And they lead Thomson 2-1-13. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. And we've been playing 17 minutes in the first term.
Yes, I was just going to mention there before, Barry O'Toole hadn't touched the ball, and he's not out of the game very often for too long.
No,
and
that's right.
You know, he really chased that with a bit of gusto, and he didn't quite pick it up. But he won't stay out of the game. He'll run around and look, make some options up there. And Corio would be looking for another couple, I think, with this little bit of a breeze. The ruck duel's interesting.
Yeah, Gundry switched with Tate now. Tate's having a rest at centre-half forward, so Gundry will go up against Justin. He gets it down to Ricky O'Toole as well. Nick Mahara's handball. Just missed its target, which was brother Troy. Lindsay comes across, shuffles it out to Dabrowski on centre wing. Neat little kick over the top to Cullen, who stands his ground, takes the mark. Handballs it off to Cornwall. Short little kick vision towards Amon Charles. Foot race between him and Daniels. Charles gets there first and breaks free. Goes on the right boot towards half forward. Harris got a hand to it. Off hands now towards Clifford. And he's wrapped up, is he, without the footy? The umpire says no, and he will come in and ball it up at half forward.
What's that Peter? Well, you thought it was a free kick there?
Very close, but might have been just a bit too close to goal.
So ball up, half forward. Thomson trying to defend here through Bradley from the ruck contest. Gets it towards Justin, who falls over it in the end at half back. Goes towards Gardner off his foot, towards Tate, who goes around the corner with a left foot kick, and there's a good kick too, finds Manning. Chips it over the top, the lead on from O'Toole, and that's Mark again, and he takes the mark. Left footer in the left forward pocket. Tough angle. So he chips it back inboard to cousin Ricky, and he takes the mark. Pretty congested between him and the goals. And the call has been made. Ricky have a shot. He'll be kicking from 50.
It'll be a good one.
It'll be a good one. He comes in now. Oh, it is a good one for distance, but for accuracy has just missed to the near side. And one behind. So they go to 3-2-20 now, Corio. They lead Thomson 2-1-13. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. And it'll be, I thought it was going to be Thorley, but it's going to be Burke to do the kicking in for the Tigers. He's got Sabali Armstrong running short. He goes, elects to go to the outer side looking for Atchison. Over the back, Lindsay, the rubber man, stands tall and takes the mark. Gives it away by hand to O'Connor. Runs through, half back, goes to centre wing. Troy Maharis has taken the mark on centre wing. Goes towards half forward looking for Peacock. Puts his hands up, can't take the mark. Matty King runs away. Rebound footy was okay to Toby Lindsay. He takes the mark, shuffles the handball over the top. It's okay to Bolshevik. Got Cullen at centre half forward. Shocking kick though. Burke will be in the gun here. It'll sit for him, will it? Oh, no, it won't. And now he overruns it, but he gets a good shepherd. And Cullen, it was Burke, shuffled the handball over towards Gardner. Runs through the middle, leaves the ball behind. They need some support. Charles is there with O'Toole. Goes towards Daniel. Ricky O'Toole. The Rolls Royce goes towards half forward and finds Tate can run on. Barry O'Toole in support. Justin Tate from 40 metres out, left foot kick, and it goes towards goal. It's still O'Toole who's in the goal square. Turns around, left footer over his shoulder, and as he put it through, he's pretty happy with the result.
I think he is.
And so he should be. It's through for a goal.
It's a fair sort of a goal.
His second, and the fourth for Corio. They go to 4-2-26. They lead Thomson 2-1-13. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. And we've been playing 20 and a half minutes in the first term.
Well, Jason, you called it beautifully there. I think you mentioned the Rolls Royce of football, and I guess we might have a bit of footage on television there, but he plucked it out of the pack, Ricky O'Toole, from nowhere, and you know, that sort of good player does. He makes something out of nothing and got the ball out there, and hence a goal.
It's starting to look a bit dangerous now, Corio. The next 5 minutes, they could get a decent lead here.
Back in the middle, Gundry and Justin. Oh, Gundry goes up early, gets it down off hands O'Toole, then to Thorley, then to Gardner, runs through the middle. Oh, he's run a long way, he handballs it just in the end to Troy Maharis, just outside 50, short to O'Connor, called to play on in the end, no 15, goes back to Troy Maharis, off a couple of steps from 50, high kick, Bigham runs back with the flight of the ball, and has he taken the mark he has in the last line defence, that's a good mark too, wants to switch play across the goals to Matthew King, does well, now he's got Ricky O'Toole wide, he goes in that direction, Daniels bears down on him, but O'Toole does well, holds it there. Now he breaks free at half back. He's got Cullen short in the middle. He likes to come short down the wing towards Manning, who takes the mark. Plays on quickly, shuffles it back inboard, looking for Barry O'Toole over his head. Gardner makes up a bit of ground. Play by O'Toole, but Gardner chopped it off again, did well. Handball to Harris, running past through the middle of the ground. Short little kick, terrible to Peacock. King is having a picnic, but he can't take it with him. At half-back, shuffles it out. O'Connor breaks free. Handball back to Thorley. On the left boot, high kick. Oakley one out, coming through McLeod as well. Oakley did well. Didn't take the mark, though, in the end. Stone overruns it. Now he drags it in. Tries to bring it back towards Nick Maharis. He overruns it. Pressure on in the Thomson forward line. Handballs it towards Ricky O'Toole. Oh, great little handball to Eldridge at the back of the pack. And then he goes wide to Charles and away again. The Devils at half-back.
In the middle, Ton.
He goes back towards half-forward. It's a great kick to Matthew Cullen. He slips just at the crucial stage. Does it sit for Mullet? Does. Handballs inboard to Barry O'Toole. He handballs to Lee Clifford. They run inside 40. Lee Clifford goes to the right boot. Terrible kick off his right foot and through for one behind.
It was a very good build-up though, Jason.
1 goal, 2 to Lee Clifford. And they go to 4-3-27 now. Corio they lead. Thomson 2-1-13 Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
Just look a little bit slicker, don't they, Corio, at the moment?
That handball was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah,
at the back, Ricky O'Toole.
Very good. It was.
So Burke to do the kicking in once again for Thomson. He goes to the outer side, looking for Bradley. Oh, Clifford chops it off. No mark taken, said the umpire. Now Bolchevic gets a hand in there as well. And he's happy to see it over the boundary line for a throw-in. 45 or 50 metres around from the Corio goal.
I don't think I'd be going to leave Clifford one out too often because he's pretty good there, and he nearly grabbed that actually. I had a fair purchase on that.
Boundary throw-in, Tate from behind to the front of the pack, handball from Cornwall to Manning on the boundary line. Goes with a wobbly torpedo punt to O'Toole. He used the body beautifully.
Too easy too.
He might just be proving a little bit too strong for Aaron Bradley down there at fullback. Mark O'Toole, 2 goals. This for goal number 3 from inside the goal square.
That was great body on body though. He was always going to get that, wasn't he?
Pete's confident. He's marked it down already. Mark O'Toole comes in.
He just snuck it in.
He just snuck it in, but that was enough. He's third. And the fifth for Corio, they go to 5-3-33. And they lead Thomson 2-1-13 Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. And we've been playing 22 minutes in the first term.
But this is what a good game's all about. There's a problem up there at the moment, and what does Stoney do? Does he hang around for a minute, or does he make a change there? And once you start making changes, you can unbalance your side a little bit. So he'll probably be a little bit reluctant just yet, but he's going to have to watch that pretty closely. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's got 3 in the first quarter. If he keeps on his merry way, he'll have to make a change there.
Back in the middle, Justin goes up early. Gets Gundry out of the way, but Ricky O'Toole's there again. Handball towards Cornwall, off his hand towards Burke. Ricky O'Toole, though, butters it up. Runs free, goes with a left foot kick around the corner towards Tate at half forward. Doesn't sit for Tatey, but he's got Cornwall in support. Breaks a couple of tackles, handball back into Charles. Goes with the outside of the right boot. Intelligent kick to Barry O'Toole. Off a couple of steps from 40, and he's missed it.
Should have made better of that.
So one behind to Barry O'Toole. They go to 5-4-34. And they lead Thomson 2-1-13. Great kick by Amon Charles with the outside of the right boot at half forward. Good vision. But
actually there was 2 or 3 Corio blokes queuing up there for that ball. So they're obviously, that's a pattern of play to get the ball in the corridor as quick as they can.
Now kicking in, Thorley goes wide looking for Atchison. Cornwall over the back, Daniels. Can he keep it in before the boundary line? No, he can't. And we will have a throw in at half forward for Corio. I think it was touched by Cornwall. I think Barry O'Toole thought it was a free kick without being touched over the line, but Cornwall did touch it. So it'll be a boundary throw in. Now Justin over the back, Tate. Goes back towards Tate. He can handball it back to O'Toole, who breaks the Daniels tackle. Goes to Manning. Picks it up on the half volley. Terrible. Oh, great pick up by Cornwall as well. He's pushed off by Gardner. Manning runs through though again. He breaks free. Handball towards a standing start. Bigham. Armstrong over the top. Still got a kick away though. It's okay to Cullen. Handballs it to Barry O'Toole. This time Bazza on the left kicks the goal. And a better finish by Barry O'Toole. Good chain of handballs by Corio. And they kick their 6th. They go to 6-4-40 and they lead Thomson 2-1-13. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, very, very good start to the first quarter, isn't it, from the Corio side, and you know, I guess at this point in time, Thomson going to have to look at doing a few little things out there and probably change the team around just a little bit. But no, they're queuing up, they're supporting one another, they're running in 3s and 4s, and if you do that in this sort of football, you're going to make. But I mean, Ricky's had a fair bit of it. when he's on song, it's pretty hard to get the footy off him.
So Corio with most of the possession in the last 8 or 10 minutes. Back in the middle, Gundry gets it down, goes towards him again. Now trying to tap it on was Ruck. Goes towards Daniels, kicking in danger, said the umpire. It will be a Thomson free kick, and it will be Christian Thorley's free.
Little toe poke in there. I think he was probably a little bit stiff there, actually.
Doesn't get paid that often now, does it?
No. I think it's actually nearly a skill. I think AFL players actually practice doing the little toe poke.
So Thorley in the middle of the ground, free kick for Thomson. Goes to the right boot, the lead's on from Nick Maharis. He works to the front, off hands, towards the front of the pack. Manning, great handball to Ruck, running through half back, now to centre wing, takes a bounce. Oh, terrible kick off the boot. Comes out towards Mark O'Toole. Bradley backed himself and worked to the front, did well. Left foot kick towards the safety of the boundary line. Good defensive play. And it is out of bounds for a throw in across on the half forward flank. Corio into attack. So good play. Holding it up there. Bradley works back to O'Toole. Boundary throw in. Atchison goes up. Thorley at the front of the pack. Wrapped up by Lindsay. Still gets the hands free though to Atchison. Over the back to Stein. Oh, back to the rubber man close to the boundary line. Goes to centre wing. It's all Corio though. Ricky Bigham lines up and takes the mark. Gives it away to Barry O'Toole. Gives it away to Clinton Eldridge. Runs through the middle. And that was a high tackle after he got rid of the ball. Against, was that Troy Maharis?
Yes. And
a free kick downfield to Nevada Cornwall. Chips it over the top beautifully. And Shane Manning has taken the mark.
Backman a bit loose up there, weren't they? Then Thomson, I mean, he had no one within a roar of him there. Manning.
Well, a few people were worrying about what happened after the bloke hit the ground. You know, you've got to get up and just start chasing men a bit. And they're pretty switched on, Corio. They're going to run forward all the time.
So Shane Manning comes in from half forward, 40 metres out, straight through the middle.
Jesus, he's playing all right, I'll tell you.
Well, isn't he?
So Shane Manning's first, and the 7th for Corio. They go to 7-4-46, and they lead Thomson 2-1-13. That's on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
He's got the funky Miller hairdo, except that it's not blue. He looks dangerous, doesn't he? And you see a pack, and this hair bombs out of the pack chasing the footy, and he chases it very, very hard.
I think Thomson will be pleased to hear the quarter time siren and regroup and have a look at the
whole
situation.
I couldn't agree with you more, Peter. I think that's good thinking there. I think they have to regroup and work out what they're doing wrong here.
Back in the middle, Justin again, up against Gundry. They go up, neither can get an effective tap. Goes to Gardner, taps it onto Stone. His kick partly smothered, coming off the wing was Lindsay. Runs through half-back, handball over the top, only as far as Gardner. He runs free, takes a bounce, backs himself from 45, and kicks the goal. No, hits the post. So he's second behind, and they go to 2-2-14 now, Thomson. They trail Corio 7-4-46. Danny Ruck to do the kicking in for the Devils. Comes commentary box side to half back. Up early was McNamara, pushing the back, said the umpire. And a free kick to Daniels at half forward for the Tigers.
Yeah, I think he had to grab the footy there, didn't he? I think it was going to be a free kick.
So Stevie Daniels had it and lost it. Now he's called a play on. He's going to go short. Now he goes long towards full forward Peacock into the eye of the sun. Comes back off hands. Nick Maharis has dribbled it through for one behind. So 1 goal, 1 his personal tally. They go to 2-3-15 Thomson. They trail Corio 7-4-46. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. And we've been playing 27.5 minutes in the first term, and now the umpire's found a free kick. Danny Ruck, or found a bounce actually, gone outside the goal square when kicking in. And it will be a ball up. So a ball up 10 metres out from the Thomson goal. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Gundry goes up. Oakley taps it back. Ricky O'Toole gets it free to Barry. Barry O'Toole straight to the boundary line.
Yeah, well, it was good play actually, because Thomson formed the wall across the half back line here, and it was probably good thinking. A bit dangerous. AFL, I think he would have been pinged.
Yeah, that's right.
So boundary throw in, half forward for Thomson. Justin over the back, Nick Maharis to the front, Manning and O'Connor. Teammates last year at East Geelong, Thorley over the top of the ground, and he takes it out for a throw in. So Justin and Gundry once again, short throw in, and Nick Maharis got hands to it, goes towards JJ. Tried to shuffle the handball out to Stone. His handball missed its target, which was Thorley. And we'll have another boundary throw in.
I think Corio might be just trying to flood the back line a little bit.
So throw in, Gardner gets it away. O'Connor to run onto it. He shuffled it out to Oakley, handballed it back to Gardner. He wants to switch play towards Jason Stein. Inside 50, takes the mark. So Jason Stein, a regular half-back flanker, doesn't get too many opportunities to kick goals. We'll have a chance now. From 45 metres out, slide angle, and he comes in now. And it's a wobbly kick off the boot, hasn't made the distance. Nick Maharis goes up and takes the mark. And good mark too. He's looked okay in the first term, Laurie, hasn't he?
Yeah, certainly, Jason, yeah.
Working hard, him and Troy.
Good player and very dangerous in that circumstances, but he's going to have a sit.
So Nick Maharis to line up. Only 5 metres out, 45-degree angle. Comes in there, walks in, now he runs in and he kicks the goal. So his second and the third for Thomson. They go to 3-3-21. And they trail Corio 7-4-46. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, just on 30 minutes gone in the first term.
Yeah, well, look, we had a beautiful view of that kick for goal, and you can't miss when you do that. He ran in perfectly straight over, foot, toe right out, right through the middle. All about good football. They needed that one though, honestly.
They did. Just to help a little bit, going 3-4 goals down. Because a few minutes ago, I mean, they could have gone down 7 or 8.
Yeah, exactly.
Time.
So back in the middle, we've got a quarter time score from Winchelsea. Winchelsea 3 behinds, Bellpost Hill 6-5-41. So the Panthers have started the goods down there at Eastern Reserve. From the middle here at Shell, and Ricky O'Toole gets it away again towards half forward. Tapping it on Bolchevic, was okay towards Charles, but chopped off by Daniels. Handball wide, Cornwall and Thorley run at it. Cornwall pretty close to the boundary line. Handballs it back over the head of Bolchevic, but he runs through the middle and kept his eye on it. Now he goes with a wobbly right foot kick. Sabali Armstrong chops it off. And he takes the mark at half back. Short little kick, dangerous towards Troy Maharis. Needs some support, didn't have much. Hayes runs through the middle, gives it to O'Toole. Tried to tap it on. Burke now, handballs over the underneath towards Stone, who rides a couple of bumps and then goes wide looking for Nick Maharis. Off Cornwall's hand towards the boundary line. Chasing after it was Ruck. Can he keep it in? No, he can't, said the umpire. It will be a throw in. At half forward for the Devils. Throw in now. Oakley be moved into the ruck with Justin having a rest. Through the middle, Stone. Left foot kick towards centre wing. Dabrowski, can he keep it in? No, he can't. And it will be a boundary throw in. Right in front of our commentary box. The 2 number 1s go back. And there is the siren for quarter time. And it is Corio 7-4-46. They lead Thomson 3-3-21. The goal kickers at quarter time for Corio: Threader, Mark O'Toole, and singles to Barry O'Toole, Shane Manning, John Bolchevic and Lee Clifford, while for Thomson 2 goals to Nick Maharis and 1 to Stevie Daniels. But it's 25 points of difference at quarter time. Corio 7-4-46. They lead Thomson 3-3-21. We'll take a break.